Hello, Andy.
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I hope you're not too shocked. I was just reviewing your statements about Cantwell, and I was looking into why is part of our fan base pissed, and what I found is that yes, there's legitimate reason for them to be pissed at some of your statements.
Okay, can you elaborate?
Well, I've listed, you should rewatch my stream, but I've listed 6 sentences that you say about him that are false.
And what was that?
You said that he kept bashing black people all the time, that he thinks all issues in the world are because of Jewish people. You said that he was suggesting to kill Halsey just because he's Jewish, which was not the case. You said that you asked him to make it a hyperbole and that he refused, and that he said no, he was super serious, when in fact he said that he was doing an hyperbole. And then you have 2 more statements where you use the word "I would murder them," and for real, the 2 statements also deny the hyperbole that he was claiming to be doing on our show. So even if we remove the 2 last one, which are not super serious, we are stuck with 4 misrepresentations.
Okay, so with the you said that it's Jewish people, is everything's sorry, I just been like really stressed out all day. The claim, or the thing I said about him blaming Jewish people, that was me making a joke. Remember when he said black people are a problem and the reason is the Jews? So it was sort of just a joke. If that was defamation in your opinion, fair enough. I was just fucking around. I did clarify after the statement that he made about killing Halsey. It was in the hypothetical situation if there was an ethno state and Halsey did sneak in, that he would throw him in a wood chipper. I did clarify that on our show, as well as the Kumite after the one that you're watching right now. What else was there?
Kept bashing black people all the time. I think that you misrepresented the amount of content that was on the black people. It was not that major in the show, and you said kept bashing black people all the time. Personally, I would withdraw this statement.
Sure, I'll withdraw that statement. Yeah, you didn't really. I was sort of just like bashing the idea that he was just constantly going after other races for problems. Okay, he wasn't bashing black people all the time. I'll withdraw that statement then.
And what I've listed under high cockery is essentially, it's under 6 titles that I've listed, but essentially it's like throwing a guest under the bus on the next day while misrepresenting his statements which you've already now apologized for or withdrew. It was disavowing a guess when in fact Chris Cantwell in that segment just responded to a super chat. So it was like denying your own role in bringing Chris Cantwell there.
Well, it was you who brought Chris Cantwell there.
For bringing Chris Cantwell into speaking about Halsey and what he would do.
I'll be honest. I was just annoyed that we did have to be, extra careful. I didn't mean to throw him under the bus. I did state that it was a good interview minus that one part, because we were both sketched out by that, just in case of having a strike or whatever. We don't want the channel removed. I wasn't saying he's overall a piece of shit or anything like that.
Okay.
But like, I was against him on that stream too. I was very honest about how I felt about his a few of his beliefs or whatever, right? So
yeah. Also, just to clarify on the defamation, I see one that we forgot to talk about. When you characterize a lot of times what he was saying as murder, and I said to the audience, personally, the murder thing to me is a semantic aspect. people often represent things they don't like as murder. For example, war. People will say George Bush is a murderer. And so I'm fine with the word murder, but the way you framed it often was making it look like he was actively planning like the murder of a single person.
And we talked about this. The word I should have used definitely was the word kill, because I'm just against killing people. Whether like the word murder is just like, for me, is just the act of someone killing someone. And I believe if the state did have the right to kill people for sneaking in my perspective, to me, it's murder. Is it him planning a murder? No, 100% not. I will say, at first I definitely did misrepresent by not explaining over and over by saying, hey, look, this was a hypothetical situation. He was answering to a super chat, blah, blah, blah. I did clarify on our show, as well as the next kumite after that.
All right. And one last point, which I listed under high cockery, is essentially into these all conversations on the committee. It's as if you were complaining about a main theme of the show, which is alt-right discussions, which has brought income to us previously. So it's not something we want to deny, and it's something we're going to continue doing. So I think that you provided your base audience a feeling of, oh, he's abandoning the alt-right, is disavowing something. So just to clarify, were you disavowing?
No, 100%. I was discussing on like his views were really extreme. In my opinion, a lot more extreme than a lot of the people on the alt-right. Maybe the way he worded things. I was talking about that specific episode. But I've clarified to people, and I've said this before. I said this today, actually. I think, I was talking with Paul's Ego on Kumite today, and he was talking about how he's saying what the criticism of people who criticize me for not controlling the show and for allowing you to sort of do what you want on the show. And I defended you. I said, look, he's my co-host. We do have segments now that I choose to do certain things. He chooses to do certain things. And JF being, in my opinion, a 50-50 on the show, I'm not going to hear a recommendation that you have and go, well, fuck you, JF. It's my show. I'm not going to do that because you bring in a lot of audience. People watch for you and for me. We have like that, one audience, half of the audience is on your side, one half is on my side. So when people say, oh, JF's trying to control your show by bringing in a topic that he wants, this is something that I'll defend because I don't mind. I want you to bring things to the show. Plus I'm very busy and it helps me out as well. So
wonderful. So let's conclude on Cantwell, because I'm gonna shut down the stream after. So you have acknowledged certain misrepresentations and other things that you acknowledge could have been misinterpreted. And personally,
I'd say
apologize.
Definitely on the first Kumite, the one right after the show. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
It was. The one thing that I regret was not bringing up it was a hypothetical situation. So I did make it sound like, oh, he's planning that if people came on or in the country, he would throw them in a wood chipper, which I should have said. We gave a hypothetical about a white ethno state and what would happen if someone came in, and then he said that. So I should have definitely clarified that. So apologize on that. Definitely. I did clarify on our show yesterday and the other day before that.
Yeah. So. Perfect. Well, it is very great to hear you just do it, and it's that easy. So thank you for coming, Andy.
Yeah. And I want to say, like, the reason I was freaking out in the chat is just past 2 weeks have been just nonstop drama in in my court, and it's like today there was more drama, and it's just like, honestly, what I think I'm going to do right now is I'm going to focus on our show, make it the best possible, and take some time for myself, not go on too many other shows, and sort of just take time for myself, which I haven't been doing. And I'm just so focused on this, this fucking spiral of drama that it's literally making me go insane. I'm not even joking, dude. I've been laying in bed for 5 hours, just like,
oh yeah,
I have been. I was actually laying in bed, and then I got a DM that you were streaming this, and I was just like, oh my god, more fucking drama. Oh my god.
Well, tomorrow.
So you know what? Maybe I haven't been taking time for myself. I've been just going crazy and way too engulfed in everything that's been happening. And like when I'm live constantly and not taking time for myself, I don't have time to reflect on the things I'm thinking about. I'm sort of just like thinking out loud on live, which is definitely something. Like I already talked to a lot of people. I said, I'm going to fucking focus on Warski live, and start, like I've been hitting up the gym and stuff, but start doing just my own stuff, throughout the day to relax. So yeah, this fucking drama cycle is just like, oh,
but it was fun.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like if you hear me at the end of Kumite today, like even people were DMing me like, yo, are you all right? It's just like, and I'll be honest, like I've been engulfed pretty much in the center of a lot of the quote unquote storylines of internet blood sports since November. And I'm sort of losing, focus and sight of my own mental well-being, and sort of just living online. And it's not a good thing.
Well, take time to relax and enjoy time with Shanid. I've enjoyed time with my girlfriend today, all day. And then I wanted to finish with a little stream. I said, do you leave me 4 hours? I'm going to make a little video.
Awesome, man. I'm gonna also I'm gonna start streaming on the gaming channel a lot more.
Okay.
And sort of like focusing on things that make me happy instead of just drama. It was the next thing. I thought I was out of it today. I'm like, today I'm just gonna relax. And Paul's ego and I went at it today. And then by the end of like 3 hours or whatever the time was, like you could just hear it in my voice. I just break. Just like me and Paul's ego ended well, and we're cool. But
so did you talk about the Milo interview?
Yeah, I did call him out on that. He admitted it was the worst thing he's ever done in his entire life. So, but at the end of me and him having our battle, we were good. But I think I just need to chill the fuck out because I'm streaming like literally 8 hours a day at this point. Yep. So I need to just chill. Anyway, everyone, thank you for everyone who doesn't hate me too much because
you're in my safe space right now.
I know. I just need to take time for myself, and I'm gonna keep working on our show and making it the best show possible. And that's what I'm gonna be doing instead of constantly just being on streams and talking about what I'm thinking about business wise or ideas that I didn't really think about myself. I sort of like have like, when you think like you're shopping or something and you're sort of going over an idea and you have time to hash it out in your brain when you're shopping, you're driving. And then after a few days you go, this is the full picture. Me is I wake up and I'm like, here is the spark of the idea. And I end up like misspeaking or spurting out and stuff. So I honestly just need to just fucking relax because it's like literally non-stop. And then there was, I don't know if you heard about this, there was Queen of Bands who books for our show sometimes versus other, and then they're all DMing me this like giant war that's happening on Twitter. I literally like Queen of Bands tweeted me tons of pictures and all this, and I just tweeted her I am having a meltdown in my bed right now. I like, please do not send. Like, I honestly just need to focus on our show, and yeah. So I truly apologize if I made any misrepresentations. And from the first appearance on Kumite after the interview, I agree that I did. And I'm going to honestly just wake up tomorrow and do my own thing. I told Tonka and Failure, hey, I'm going to take some time off Kumite for a little bit, just so I have some more time to focus on my show and my mental well-being, because right now I'm having like a mental breakdown right now.
Beautiful. You're doing the right thing. So bye-bye, Andy.
I'm being self-aware. Like, I know I'm melting down. Even Sinead and I, we ordered some food. And she could even tell you she's in the kitchen right now, but they forgot to bring my Pepsi. And I had, like, you'd think someone murdered my cat. Like, hey,
Andy, before you go, we received a super chat from Alze Media, and I think this is someone else you could apologize to. $10 US. He says, if you don't want people to hate you, you shouldn't call them porch Jews. You were a little rough on Alze for no reason on that show.
No, hang on. I was fucking around. We all joke around with each other. He didn't say it was offensive at that moment. It was a joke. And toughen up. Put your shoulders up, Halsey. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but sometimes I'm gonna bust out some. I said porch Jew because everyone in the fucking chat was saying porch Jew.
Okay.
I was the audience on that show.
Okay.
So Halsey, calm down. I could have said a lot worse things. He's fine with gas, Halsey. He's fine with wood chipper, Halsey. He's fine with this. And God forbid, instead of saying house Jew, I said porch Jew as a joke. Look, everyone in the chat is loving it, saying, shut up, Halsey. Halsey, I love you. I legitimately said so many good things about Halsey. And look, if people shit on me all the time. Absolutely all the time. So if I have to take it, so do you, Halsey. But I'm sorry if I did hurt your feelings. I was just trying to fuck around with you.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Andy. Take some time and see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Peace out.
Andy Warski, ladies and gentlemen.